Oh, hi everybody. Here's the video about what I was going to talk about the paranormal. Okay, here it is. My personal thoughts about the paranormal is I don't think you should really mess with it unless you know something about it or someone else knows something about it. See, I'm a medium. I'm also a mystic. So, I mean, I've had my first paranormal experience at 3 years old. Okay, I've had many different things happen to me. There are a lot of good things, but there are a lot of bad things as well. People think dabbing into the paranormal is cool. It's, oh, I'm going to be so goth, or it's goth culture, or oh, it's like vampires and all this stuff. I mean, it is to a point, but at the same time, it's like it's really not. It is cool because when you're a medium, you see spirits everywhere. You can talk to them. What else? I see angels. I see demons. What else? I talk to angels all the time. I see them. I've had I've had many bad experiences with the paranormal. I'll give you some examples. All right. I've almost got smothered in my sleep. I've woke up with scratches. I've heard demon voices. Demons tend to fuck with your head a lot. They blur the lines of truth and a lie. In the Bible it says they literally try to blur the scripture. They try to lie about scripture. And this is true. This is so true. That's why I say anybody that dabs in the paranormal or works in the paranormal needs to take demonology or humble themselves of it. It's very, 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 very dangerous. Me being a mystic, I've had background. My blood comes from it. My blood comes from, from different things. I've had past lives of a shaman. I had past lives of a nun. I've had past lives of a witch. I've actually seen myself burned. What else? I have a lot of things that I can tell you that I've experienced. I've actually seen my own shadow, believe it or not. I've went into haunted houses. I've seen shadows run from me. What else? I've had a demon actually jump on my shoulder. And I felt their burning claws on me. I actually felt that on me. I was actually walking to McDonald's to get some coffee one day, and I felt that. What else? And let me remind you, I'm a sober person. I don't take any drugs. I don't drink. So all this time, I've been sober. There's nothing wrong with me psychologically. A lot of people might think that, but no. No. This is real shit. This is dangerous shit. This is why a lot of people don't do it, because it's dangerous. What else? I've had my cross. I've had my cross. I had a Celtic cross on me. I was walking down the street and I had a Celtic cross on me, and some demon or something entity like literally, like threw it off, like tore it off my neck. I've had things thrown. What else? I've had things come up missing. Like I said, I've heard voices before. I've had the lights on and off flicker. I've had scratching of the walls. I actually had to do an exorcism one time on a friend of mine. His name's Caleb. Remember Caleb? Yeah. I actually had to do an exorcism one night. Believe it or not. So yeah, I'm very interested in this stuff. I have a lot of gifts. A lot of people don't know this of me. I keep it secret because I know I talk about William Blake and I talk about being a mystic. I talk about being a shaman. Well, actually, when and I've had all these things happen to me. I have. And it's not I'm not possessed by a demon or anything like that. It's just my incarnations. When you've lived here for a very long time, you pick up gifts. You do. It's through the bloodline. But like I said, the paranormal is nothing to deal with. I know how to do an exorcism. And there's many ways that you could actually do it. There's blessings and there's exorcisms that you can do. There's a lot of things that you can actually look into, like different. Okay, my advice to you, if you're going to dabble into the paranormal, look into different religions and look into different spiritualities. That means Christianity. That means Baptist. That means being Catholic. That means Buddhism, because demons don't care what you believe in. They don't care where you're from. They don't care. They don't care. They have no empathy. They have no heart. They will take you down no matter what. They try to kill you. Like I said, they try to fucking smother me in my sleep. So I mean, I've had scratches on me. I woke up with scratches. So I mean, like, they will do anything possible to harm you. They'll make your life live in hell. They'll make other people's lives live in hell in your life. If they can't get to you, they'll get to someone that you love. That's why I said the paranormal is nothing to mess with. Nothing to mess with. Oh, and when it comes to like the Ouija board is just a gateway. Okay, on the light, it's just a gateway. It's a bridge. But let's go to the lighter side of the paranormal. I've talked to people from the 16th century, the 14th century, 13th century. I've talked to people from Edgar Allan Poe days, from way back. I've talked to people from the Renaissance. Yes, the deceased. I've actually seen them and their attire and everything. They're all completely different. I've seen children. What else? So, I mean, many of them were very, very pleasant to me, and they respected me because they know me from the other side. I'm very well known from on the other side. On the other side, I'm everybody knows my name on the other side. That's why people come to me. The dead come to me. that's why, I'm so active, but yeah, I have all types of ghosts coming to me and asking me questions and wanting to do readings, and as in like contacting their family and whatnot, and I just keep it hush hush. I don't like to do a lot of stuff online. I do readings online, don't get me wrong, but it's just I don't advertise it. I don't do that type of stuff. I don't think it's right. I'll help anybody if they need it. Don't get me wrong. I'll help them. If you need a reading, if spirit comes to me and says, well, this, and this, I want you to contact this person, then I'll help you. I'll help you in any way possible. But I don't really do. I keep it not really undercover, but I don't broadcast it, and that's just how I feel about it. I don't think it should be broadcasted, like, oh, I'm this and I'm that, I'm this and that, so I want to be in the fabulous lights. I'm not like that. I'm truly humbled on the experience. So if I can help anybody, that's cool. You know what I mean? I don't mind helping people out with the paranormal. And there's other things that I've done too. I've helped other people, which is really cool. With the paranormal, I've seen a lot of things happen. The power of God is the power of God is great. Remember, it says in the Bible that your faith is like a mustard seed. Well, in the paranormal, that's the thing with the paranormal. You know what I mean? You can't be worshiping all these kinds of gods, because they're going to fuck with you with that. They're going to mess with your life. The demons, the bad spirits, the bad ones, not the good ones, but the bad ones. The bad ones will fuck with your life. They will. And that's why I'm saying, if you want to get in the paranormal, make sure you have someone there that knows what they're doing, has knowledge of it, that is humbled by it before going and trying, oh, let's do this. I never did this before, so let's open the gates of hell. And we don't even know, but it's okay. We're going to let demons out anyway, and it's going to fuck up our lives, and it's probably going to kill us, but that's okay. No, don't do it. Don't. Obviously, I was being a smart ass, but don't do it. Don't do it, because it's nothing to mess with. It's not. I've had no. It's like the paranormal, right? It's like this. Not as a medium, because a medium knows. Even before they get to a house, they know it's haunted. They know what's been in there, what's not in there. They can tell if it's a good energy or bad energy. What else they can tell when the house is built, what it's built upon. I can do all this before going in. I can name that landmark. I can go before I go on that landmark. I know what happens. I know what happened there. I can feel it. You know what I mean? We just have a knowing like that. But I'm just saying, like, I've been through a lot of stuff when it comes to the paranormal, you know what I mean? So it's very, 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 I'm just saying, you shouldn't get into it if you don't know what you're doing. Leave it to the experts. And I'm not an expert. I'm just saying, as in, I have a lot of experience I have a lot of experience with it, and I've experimented with demonology. I've experienced, a lot of things. I've experienced with the Word of God in many different ways. I mean, many, many different ways. All right. So I mean, there's a lot of things that go with the paranormal. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe that you're into the paranormal and you don't believe in God. I mean, for me, I'm a strong believer in Jesus Christ and God, but I call myself a mystic. That goes with shamanism and Buddhism, but I do believe in the religious part as well. You know what I mean? I take that into myself. I take everything that I read, I take it into myself. You know what I mean? So it's like I've learned from the Bible. I've learned from, I learned from Buddha. I learned from paganism. I've learned from being a mystic. I've learned from all these, you know what I mean? I've learned from all these masters. You know what I mean? And for me, God is our creator. No matter what. No matter what. I'm not going to sit up here and preach to you what you need to believe in. I'm not going to do that because I'm not that type of person. I'm just saying if you believe it or not, God is real. It doesn't matter what you believe, dude. It doesn't. I had to find that out the hard way. When I first came down here, to Florida, I literally had a religious dogma. No shit. I was a pagan at one time. And then boom, everything turned upside down for me. Everything. My beliefs changed. And it had nothing to do with the paranormal. I called upon God. That's what happened. And it even says it in the Bible. You know what I mean? It says, you call upon his name, he will come. He will come. He's like a thief in the night. And that's exactly what happened. It's no shit. No, a lot of people is like, this is bullshit. This is bullshit. This is this and this and this shit is not real. Yeah, it is, dude, for real. If anybody actually knows me personally, they know that I was pagan. They know that I practiced Wicca. They already knew that shit. So I'm not trying to prove anything to anybody. I'm just saying, when you have a strong belief in something, this is your seed. This is what you fucking believe in. You know what I mean? So it's like if you believe in God, that's the fucking creator. That has a lot to do. You know what I mean? I'm not looking at it as a religious view. I'm looking at it as a whole, as in fucking I've seen in the eyes of God as the creator himself. So I'm saying, as in the paranormal, if you're going to work with it and practice anything with the paranormal, make sure your faith is a fucking mustard seed. Make sure you have strong faith. Because, like I've said, I've had many different experiments. Not experiments, but I've had experiments. I've done experiments, but experiences where I've had to look the fucking devil in the face, pretty much. And it wasn't pretty. It was scary as shit. I had to fight demons. That movie Constantine? It's kind of like that. Ha ha, it's funny. No, this shit is serious. I am dead serious. It's that serious. You know what I mean? Where do you think that stuff comes from? You think they just make this shit up? I mean, even if it's in movies, there's a little bit of truth in everything. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm saying it's like, it's scary. Like, the things that I fucking see, you think normal people would just like go on with their fucking daily lives if they saw shit that I did? It would scare the fuck out of people. Like, for real. Mediums? Look in the eyes of a medium, and then you would understand how I feel. I see shit, dude. I see demons, but I also see them beautiful things as well. I see angels. They're quite beautiful, actually. You need to experience that firsthand. You need to experience seeing angels for the firsthand. You'll be fucking unbelievable. But like I said, I mean, the paranormal is very serious. It's very real. And if anybody is going to practice it, if anybody is going to want to indulge in it, then, like I said, they should talk to someone that knows a lot about it beforehand. There was I'll give you an example. Okay, you might well, I was living with this person. I'm not going to name any names on here, but I was living with a friend of mine, and, well, this person had someone there that had a demon in this person. It had a demon in her. And she started acting weird. I could smell it when she first moved in there. I could smell it. Mediums actually smell death on people. And this is true. If you talk to any medium, they'll tell you the same thing. They can smell death. They smell things. But I've seen it, and I smelt it on her. My friend didn't realize that's what it was, but I knew it was. I did little experiments here and there, to tell if it was a demon or not. If it was just, there was something wrong with her head. I felt it. You know what I mean? I felt it, first of all. So I was like, I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean? Benefit of the doubt. So it's like, okay, we're gonna experiment with this and see if it's real. If it's all psychological, if she's having psychological issues, or this is what this is. This is what a priest has to do. Even before they do an exorcism, this is what they have to do. They have to test their psychological, their mind out first. I did a little test. I did actually like 4 or 5 of them. I'll give you one example on the test that I was doing. I was back in my friend's room, and I was laying down. But when I was laying down, I was praying. I was talking to God. And only God could hear this. The spirits in God could hear this. Not only that, demons can also, So, but I could only hear God. Demons can't hear God. But they will be humbled in His presence. They will kiss the fucking ground, obviously. But anyway, I was sitting there. And what came out of her mouth, I didn't believe. I couldn't believe it. She was starting to say, "Shut the fuck up! Shut up! shut up. And I started to pray even harder. And she was like, shut up, like in a different voice. It wasn't her voice. And I said, demon, be silent. In God's name, in Jesus' name, be silent. And she was like, she started mumbling shit. And I was like, be silent, demon, be silent. In Jesus Christ's name, be silent. And guess what happened? She actually shut her mouth. So tell me that is not what it is. Tell me there was no demon in her. This is when your faith is a fucking mustard seed. So tell me there's no God. Tell me the word of God is not real, and tell me exorcism is not real. Tell me all these things, because I just got proven wrong with that stuff. You know what I mean? Before, I was like, I was Wiccan at one point, and then I experienced this. So tell me, how do you explain that stuff? You know what I mean? If demons aren't real, then how do you explain what I just fucking told you guys? You know what I mean? Why did I shut that demon's mouth when I proclaimed Jesus' name? You know what I mean? So it's like it took it to a whole nother level for me. You know, I mean, in the Bible it even says King Solomon had that power to command demons, to shut demons up. King Solomon had that. You know, and I'm not a Bible pusher. I am not. But I do believe in the Word of God, and my faith is a mustard seed. I do believe in true love. I do believe in blind faith. I do believe in these things because I still have hope. Blind faith is hope, which a lot of people don't have today. You know what I mean? So that's another cornerstone that I have is hope. Not only hope in myself, but hope there is something bigger than myself, that something is over me, watching me, blessing me with another day, with another life, with another breath. So it's not, like I said, I'm not a Bible pusher. I'm not trying to push my faith onto you. I'm not. That's not why I'm here. I'm here to talk about the paranormal and my experiences with it. But like I said, if you're going to dabble in the paranormal, if you're going to work with the paranormal, you have to have some type of faith. You have to be grounded. You have to have fucking strong roots to hold your ass down. Because demons are fucking nasty. They are deadly. They will fuck with you. They will drive you crazy. This is what happens in the Catholic religion, right? And exorcism. They drive you insane. Okay, if you don't know anything about exorcism, look up the movie. What is it? Something of the movie about Emily Rose. There's many documents on exorcism, but there's a movie about Emily Rose. Look her name up on Google. That's just one prime example. All right, the movie Exorcist, that was actually by a real person. What else? The Haunting in Connecticut. What else? There's many movies over the years that were actually, I I'm just saying exorcisms are real. You know what I mean? And there's many movies about exorcism. So, okay, what about Stigmata? It was a movie, but that made me believe even more. You know what I mean? In like saints. You know, for me, I do believe in saints. I know it's crazy, right? I'm a mystic, but I believe in saints. Right? Right. I'm a mystic, but I also have the powers of a shaman and a priest. Isn't that weird as fuck? If you think about it, no, it's not. Back in the day, before Jesus, they had all this stuff. You know what I mean? So like I said, your faith is a mustard seed. It's a mustard seed. It's that fucking small. But you can turn it into a huge fucking thing. Huge. You can literally move energy with your faith. But I'm not going to spend all night on here. I'm just saying, as in, you know, I'm just saying, as in, just check yourself before you get into the paranormal. You know what I mean? I'm doing this video for a reason. I did post something on Facebook about it, and I thank you for all the responses that you have given me and all that's your stories. You know, thank you so much, because I really do appreciate you you guys posting. You know, because there's a lot of people that don't believe in this type of stuff, that don't believe that, you know, they have their eyes covered. You know what I mean? They're not woken up yet to it. And I mean, everybody's on their separate journey, and I understand that. But people truly need to be aware of this. This is some serious and dangerous stuff. And a lot of people they're not, you know, some people are just not aware of it. You know what I mean? So this is why I actually posted it in the first place. You know, for me personally, you know, I don't call myself a paranormal investigator. No. Excuse me. I just ate something a while ago. But like I said, I don't call myself an investigator, but I have done investigations. I've had gone in haunted houses. I mean, I've taken pictures before. I've actually, worked with the Ouija before. I've worked with the pendulum before. I've worked with tarot cards before. I've worked with the MPP. I forgot the electromagnetic pulse. I've worked with those as well. I've worked with a lot of things when it comes to the paranormal. I haven't worked with the dowsing rods before. I actually want to check them out, but I haven't worked with those yet. But like I said, I am a medium. I am a mystic. So I've dealt with spirits before, and they're not all bad. But the ones that I've done, you know, the bad experiences that I've had, they were bad, dude, for real. Yeah, they were bad. Like I said, like a little while ago, I almost got fucking smothered in my sleep. Imagine, right? Imagine laying in your bed at night and then having the fucking covers come up and trying to fucking choke you out. Imagine that. You don't see anything. Imagine getting imagine that. Ghosts can't hurt you, by the way. They can. So it has nothing to do with the mind, dude. No. I've heard somewhere from somebody that the greatest trick of the devil is making you believe that he's not real. Maybe you should look into that, man. For real. Anybody that doesn't believe in the devil or doesn't believe in God should look into that. Because if you believe in the God, you have to believe in the devil. There's not one without the other. Because whatever the greater good is has to have the greater evil. It has to, not the greater evil, but it has to be equal unto. It's in mathematics. It's in quantum physics. It's everywhere you look. Man, woman, yin, yang. Up, down. Hot, cold. North, south. East, west. It's duality. We live on planet Earth. So that's just how it is. But like I said, like there's a lot to go with the paranormal. You know what I mean? You can believe in what you want, but even like over in Japan, you know, they have their you know, folklore, or they have their stories about the paranormal over there. Like in Africa, they have their stories of the paranormal. You know, up in Finland, they have their issues of the paranormal. Every area has their own issues, has their own culture when it comes to the paranormal. You know what I mean? So, like The Ring, you know, what is it? What is that movie? Is it the movie with Sarah Michelle Gellar, Buffy? That was actually, that's supposed to be a real story over in Japan. It's based off a real folklore. Yeah, I don't know if that's the same movie. I don't know if it is or not, but it's based off the paranormal. It's based off it. It's based off by a ghost girl. And we're talking about spirits and all types of stuff. We're talking about shadows. We're talking about shadow people. We're talking about black masses. We're talking about what else? We're talking about spirits. We're talking about entities. We're talking all above things. You know, we're talking about angels. We're talking about demons. We're talking about the whole fucking shebang. All right. When it comes to the paranormal, it's the unknown. You know what I mean? And that's why a lot of people, you know, like I like the paranormal because it is unknown. It's a mystery. And it's intriguing, you know. But it's very dangerous because you're going in it like this. You're pretty much going in it like this. Fucking blind. Unless you have a medium or a psychic there, you know, to tell you if the place is hot or the place is cold, or they have a demon or they have a spirit or this or this or this or this. You know what I mean? That actually has foresight, that actually can see very well. So that's okay. So I mean, I'm just saying, I'm not trying to preach. I'm just trying to tell you guys it's very, very dangerous. It's a very, very dangerous issue, you know, and I just recommend, you know, if you're, like I said before, if you're going to work with the paranormal, make sure you know what you're doing. And make sure you ground and cleanse yourself after leaving any haunted place, you know, because you can carry that back with you. I'll give you another example how I carried stuff back with me. Okay, the house number 4 in Jacksonville, where I live now, Jacksonville, Florida. Well, there's this it's actually on the most haunted places in America. Yeah, you can look it up. Jacksonville, Florida is one of the most haunted places in America. But anyway, I went to this schoolhouse number 4. It was supposedly haunted. I've looked it online. I've talked to people. I've talked to paranormal groups. They say it's actually haunted. I've talked to mediums. They say it's haunted. I've actually talked to other people and say it's bullshit. There's no hauntings there. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, for me, myself, I actually went there. And that's when I said, that's when I seen some stuff. That's when the shadows ran from me. That's when I heard this little girl call me. You know, there was something pulling me to this one room. And then before I even went into even before I went in there, I was in the corner right here, and I was right outside of it. And there was this boiler room. I was right outside the fucking boiler room, man, and I started breaking down crying. It was bad. It was really, really bad. I started breaking down crying even before I went into that place. That's how bad that place is. But and before I go into a haunted house, I'm just saying this. Before I go into a haunted house, I ready myself. I ready my psyche, and I cleanse myself. I ground myself before I even go into a place like that. Or even when I do a reading or anything like that, I try to cleanse myself as much as possible. But like I was saying, let me get on topic. I have ADD, so I go this way sometimes. Excuse me. But anyway, after I left, it was probably like 2 or 3 weeks later, I started hearing stuff. I started feeling stuff all over again. I mean, I was just putting myself there, you know. I was like, there's a lot of that I picked up there. And then I actually started hearing burning of people in that, in I mean, I've actually felt it and smelt the burning bodies. I've smelt the ash and everything. It was, and I heard screaming. I heard, no, get inside. It was bad. It was like, it was really, really bad. I never want to fucking experience nothing like that ever. Never, ever. Never again. This is the most fucking fucked up shit that I had to go through when it comes to the paranormal anyway. That when it came to stuff still on you, you know what I mean? That's one of the that's one of the experiences that I had that I did not enjoy, not at all. Obviously my face says it all. I'm not fucking around. I'm not lying to you. You think this is fun when that shit happens to you? No, it's not a joke. That's what I'm saying. The paranormal is nothing to fuck with, and that's all I'm going to say. And I'm going to bid myself good night to you good people. I love you, and thank you for the comments, and all I'm saying is God be with you all. And I love all of you. All of you, I mean. Bye.